Mamma, non me la vedo, non me la. Mamma, non me la vedo, non me la.
सर कोई है?
So good afternoon, everyone. I hope I am audible. Okay, that's great. Students, you can okay, I hope my voice is audible now, right? Okay, great. Okay, no issues. Yes, you all are muted, right? As of now, we have muted each one of you, but that's not an issue. In case you have any doubt, you can type your doubt in the chat, right? Also, our session is live on YouTube as well. So like you can write down your doubt in the live chat, so I can answer that as well. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Shivam, Senior Innovation Engineer from STEM Robot Technologies. And today you all are watching the session on ATL practice session, right? And this is the session 2. And this is the circuit simulation session that we are taking as of now. So in the previous session, you all have watched about how the circuit is designed on Tinkercad, right? We have discussed about Tinkercad, how you can create your account, how you can make, do the login, and finally, how you can make the circuit. Today, we will be working on the similar thing, right? We will be working on the circuit simulation, okay? But before that, in the previous session, many of you were having some doubts regarding the ATL Marathon, like what are the topics, how you can do the submission, what all things are required for the submission. So no issues, right? We will be discussing about that as well. So I will be quickly demonstrating you guys like how you can do that. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be showing the presentation. Okay, so I have shared my screen. So this is the PDF, and this is regarding ATL Marathon. So you can even get this PDF on AIM's website, right? So aim.gov.in, right? So from there you can get this website, get this PDF. Now in this PDF, you can see that what are the different topics on which you have to make the projects. So if I'll just scroll down, so here, first of all, we have
Excuse me, sir.
okay, so just a minute, everyone. So here we have the first topic. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So first of all, few important things to keep in mind, right? Before discussing about the 4 topics, we will be discussing about the important points. So that is, a team of students can submit their entries in the marathon, right? Now the school can be ATL, non-ATL, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you're like in your school, there is no ATL, that is Adult Tinkering Lab, right? So still you can present your projects. Secondly, there should be a maximum of 3 students in each team. So it's not like that you can have more than 3 students in a team. And also individual member will not be allowed. Okay. Then the final entry of innovation will be submitted in the form of research paper and video file. So you have to present both the document as well as video file. So there has to be a research document where you can mention like what is the project that you are working on what topic or what theme it is on, right? What is the future aspect, how it will benefit the society. So all these things can be mentioned in your document. Also, you can add few images of the circuit, right? That like that will support your project. So we were discussing about circuit simulation, simulation, right? So you can even take the screenshot of the circuit that you have made on the simulator, that is on the Tinkercad. And after taking the images, the screenshot, you can put it, you can paste it in your document, right? So with that, you can properly explain about the project that you are working on. And finally, the video file, right? So in the video file, you can record your own video where you will be explaining like how your project will benefit the society, what are the benefits of using your project, right? Of having your project. So these kind of things has to be there in the video file. Also, for more samples, if you want to know how to make a video file, how to present yourself for the project, you can go on to our STEM Robo web YouTube page, and there you can find that we have posted several project videos of our different students. So you can go through that and you can have some idea like how to make the video, right? And finally, last date to submit entries for the ATL Marathon. So like earlier it was 6th March, but now the date has been changed. It is 10th of April, right? So still we have got time, but that doesn't matter, that we should, we should do it as quick as possible. Okay, all right. So we have discussed about the important points, right? In case if you have any doubt, you can write down your doubt in the chat, right? If you are live through YouTube, you can write it down in the YouTube. If you are live through Zoom, you can even write it down in the chat. I will read your chat and I will answer your doubts. Savi, I am not able to get your doubt. Like you have written, ye kab hoga? So you are asking about the ATL Marathon. So like the last date for the submission is 10th April, right? Before that, you can submit your project, right? Okay, that's great. I think there is no doubt. Okay, so now let's see like what are the themes, right, for ATL Marathon. Yeah, so as I've mentioned, right, the documents for the ATL Marathon. Okay, so documents should be, it can be a Word file, right? It just has to be a document, Word file presentation where you need to have some write up, right? You need to write some things about your project, right? You can add pictures. You can even add the pictures of the prototype, like in case you are not able to make the entire project due to the shortage or non-availability of the components, right? So you can add the images of the prototype that you are working on. In case, let's say you are working on an app, so like you can take the images, you can take the images of the app from the platform online tool from where you are making that app. Also, if that app is ready, so you can even install that app in your phone. You can take the image, right? Like you can take another mobile phone and you can take the image, like image of the app inside a mobile phone, right? Like you just need to show that yes, your app is working and it can be even used in a mobile phone, right? So these are the kind of things that you need to show. Okay, so all right, so now let's discuss about the marathon themes. Okay, so the first theme is education, right? So like you can make a project based on education. Like you all are aware, like because of this COVID pandemic, many students were there who are not able to get the proper education, right? So you can think of some idea like how you can implement, how you can like spread education across the country, right? And it's not just about COVID, but maybe there are many unprivileged society, right? Unprivileged section of society where the education is not properly spread out. So like you can think of some innovative idea education. So that is okay. So this is under education. You can read more. Okay. On some innovative Okay, I guess there was some network issue. Now it has been resolved. So yeah, so we were discussing about the topics, right? So the second one was about the transportation, right? Energy and transportation. So like how to, like you can make some innovative project with the help of which you can improve the riders, drivers conditions, right? You can make an innovative solution so as to reduce the carbon footprint, right? So these kind of things can be done. Okay. Then the third one is health and nutrition. So like in this topic you can come up with a solution so that there are so many like diseases, so many problems that are there in the society. Okay, so how you can, okay, just a minute everyone. Yeah, so how you can improve that, right? So that has to be done, right? Like there are so many diseases like diabetes, anemia, tuberculosis. So based on these diseases, what could be the solution for these kind of things? Like you can make some sort of app if you are interested, right? You can make some app which can monitor uh, or which can analyze that what type of disease is this, right? So these are different kind of ideas that you can think. And finally, the social inclusion. So like here you need to innovate to create a sustainable model, like right, like you need to think of some financial idea, like it can be an innovative idea where you can try to provide some affordable financial services, like education is there, right? There are several things. And if you just scroll down, so here you can see innovate to create solution to build inclusivity in the society in terms of language and culture. So like you can think of some app, right, which can convert text like different languages, right, so that it would be easier for the people to spread education, right? So that kind of thing can be done. Okay, so you can read this document properly, right? A lot of information can be gained from this, and accordingly you can get the idea. Okay. So students, now we will be moving on to our today's activity. That is, today we will be working on the circuits, right? Today we will be working on the circuit simulation, and we were working on the Tinkercad platform. So we will be doing that. So just click on the Tinkercad, and accordingly your link, like if you click on the link, so you will be able to open it. Okay, and students, in the previous session, so this type of circuit was there that we guys have worked on, right? So we have worked on a basic LED glowing activity where we have used this 9-volt battery, then we have used this 5-volt regulator, resistor, LED, wires, right? So students, in case if you are new, if you have not watched our previous session, so you can find the entire session on YouTube, right? So the entire session can be seen on YouTube as well, right? So you can go there, you can um, see the entire session, the first session. Okay. Now here, the best thing about the platform that is Tinkercad is, like, if we click here on start simulation, so we can actually see like what is the output, right? How the components will work in case if we are using the real one. Okay. So like now you guys can understand, like in case if you are if you want to submit your project, so what you have to do, you just need to take the screenshot, okay, of the circuit that you will be making here, and then you can paste the screenshot in the document that you will be creating. Okay, so that kind of thing can be done. Now here we have made a basic LED glowing activity, and in the previous session we have discussed that today we will be working on the switches. So students, I hope you are aware what are switches, right? What is a switch? I hope you are aware. You can write it down in the chat if you know. Okay, so like I'm asking about switch, a button, right? I hope you all have used the buttons, the switches, right? Like there are electronic boards, right, where we can use the button like the switches to turn on and off an LED or light, right? There are so many things that we can control using a switch. Okay, so basically a switch is a kind of a circuit breaker. Like if I'll explain the thing in an easy way, so consider it in this way. Like let's say there is a pipe, right? There is a pipe through which water is flowing and it is filling a drum. So in case if you just step on that pipe, so what will happen? The water will stop flowing, right? The water will not flow because you have pressed the pipe, and because of that the water cannot flow. Okay, so switch works in the similar way, like it stops the flow of current. The current cannot flow, and because of that the appliance, it will not work. So switches can be seen in a lot of different places, like as I've already mentioned that electrical switches are there to turn on like the like the lights, fan, right, air conditioners, right? So these are the electrical switches. But if I talk about the toys, right, there are so many toys, there are gadgets, even our mobile phones are having the on off switch, our laptops, right? So all the electrical appliances, right, they have the turn on and off switch. So today we will be adding a switch in our activity, and because of that we can control it. Like right now I have clicked on start simulation, right? And because of that this LED is turned on. I cannot turn it off until and unless if I click here on the stop simulation. Okay. Okay, what is current? Current is okay, just a minute. Yeah, Rick. So current is the flow of positive charge, right? It's like the flow of positive charge. So I hope that clears your doubt. Okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's take a switch. Let's first see how a switch looks like. So students, see here I have this one, the slide switch. I hope you have seen this one before, right? Like there are so many toys, there are so many electrical appliances that has this slide switch. You and to use it, you just need to slide it, right, from left, right. Okay, so by sliding it, you can turn off and on. Yeah, so like this, you can control the working of an appliance or any device that you are using. Okay, Rick, so I think you should watch our first session, right? I think you have not watched our first session, so no issues. After this session, you can go through, like you can watch the entire session on YouTube, right? So I have mentioned about the resistors, about the voltage, right? So I have mentioned it, okay? And you can watch that. So your doubts must get clear in that, okay? So here we have this switch. Now we can use another type of switch as well. Let me show you. Okay, so this is a push button. Okay, I hope you have seen this one as well, right? Like this is a push button. You might have seen it in the laser lights, right? A laser light, with the help of this switch, we can turn on the laser light. Oh, right, okay. And even I can show it here as well. So just see this one. I hope it is visible. Okay, if you can see it, this is very small. And the blue portion is the button that you can press. Okay. So we can use this switch and we can control the working of an appliance. Now there is a difference between these two types of switches, and we will discuss how you can use them and what is the difference. So let's do one thing. Let's first see like how the switch can be added in this entire circuit. So it's really very simple. Basically, as I've already mentioned, a switch is a kind of a circuit breaker. Okay. Now consider it in this way. Like if I just take this wire, okay, I will remove it and let's take it like this. Okay, now tell me, will this circuit work? Can anyone tell me? Okay, very nice. So Rick says no. Okay, very nice. Okay, yeah, Rick, we will be discussing your doubt in the end. Okay, so don't worry. We will discuss it in the end regarding the resistor, right? So don't worry. Okay, so yes, definitely it will not work. And the reason is that this wire is not in this line. If you just see it, I have zoomed it. So if I place my mouse on any of this hole, so there is a green line that will be formed. But this red wire, it should be in this green line, right? Maybe it could be here, even like I can even place it here, or maybe here, or here, or maybe here, right? Then it will definitely work. Like see, I have clicked on start simulation, it's working. But if I just place it in this slot or maybe any of the slot, so now what will happen is it will not work. It will definitely, it will not glow. Okay, so now this wire is working as a circuit breaker. Like if I just place it here, so the LED will glow. If I just remove it and if I just place it here, so it will not glow, right? But this is a kind of breaker or a kind of switch that I need to, I need to remove the wire and then I need to again connect it. So it's not that proper, right? It's not good. Now, what we can do is we can use the switch. Let me show you how we can use a switch. And I hope that the circuit that we have discussed in the previous session, this basic LED glowing, this is clear to each and everyone, right? Okay. So here we have the switch, right? Now what we can do is we can take a wire from here, or not from even here. Let's take it from here because it would be really close enough. Okay, just take it from here. Okay. Well, let's do one thing. Let's make the entire circuit again, right? I think many of you are having some doubts. Okay, so I'm just removing the wires. Okay, so here we have a battery, we have a 5-volt regulator, we have this resistor. Now it's really very simple to connect them. Just take a wire from the positive terminal and connect it here like this. So it is below the input pin. Okay, we have already discussed this. Then the second wire would be the negative wire, or from the negative terminal. Okay, the first is input, which will take the 5 volt, which will take the 9 volt as input, and then here we have the ground, and that from the third pin we will be getting 5 volt as output. Okay, so from here the 5 volt will be flowing, like there would be the 5 volt across the resistor, and then here we have the LED. Okay, but now what we need to do is we need to add a switch. So I will be taking a switch from here. Okay, and let's use it. Okay, I'll do one thing. I will be placing the switch. I will be placing the LED here, right? So that it would be really easy for you to understand. Okay, so the use of a resistor. Okay, so it is used to reduce the flow of current. Okay, so I hope that students, your doubt is clear. Okay, so now here we have a switch. Now what you need to do is, see, the current is flowing through this resistor, and now the current is in this entire line, right? You can see there is a green line that is displayed here, right? So we can take a wire from any of the point, because from any point if we take a wire, it would be having the current. Okay, so let's take a red color wire, and I'll do this thing. I hope this thing is clear, that what I have done just now, I have taken a wire. So from this wire, I will be getting the current, which will be flowing in this first terminal, right? And now I will take another wire from here. I'll be placing it here. So students, what will happen is the current will be flowing from here. Then from this wire, it will be coming to the LED. I'll be showing you this thing in an easy way as well, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's first make this circuit. Okay, and for the final connection, I will be taking this wire. Okay, so I have made this kind of arrangement. Now, if I click here on start simulation, so you can see the LED has started glowing. Now, let's see whether this switch works or not. So if I click on this switch, so you can see the LED will stop glowing. If I click here again, so the LED will start glowing. So students, see the reason why this switch is working, or it is allowing the LED to glow, is because you can see here there is a switch. Inside this switch, you will find the metal plate, right? A very thin metal plate. Now what happens is the current is flowing in this line, right? And between these two lines, there is no connection. But right now, when we are using a switch, right? So a bridge will be formed. Are you getting this? Like right now, a bridge is there between this line and this line. So there is a bridge. Through that bridge, the current will flow. And then this, like the current will be flowing from this wire, then cross the LED, and finally here. If I just click here, so you can see that there is no bridge as of now. And because of that, we will not be able to glow this LED. So instead of using this switch, we can even try to do it like this also. Like see, right now the LED will not glow, right? But now if I'll take a wire and if I'll join it like this, let's take it in red color, right? I have created this kind of bridge. If I click here on start simulation, so you can see that now the LED is glowing. But right now the wire that we have joined, okay, every time when you will click on start simulation, in case you want to turn off this LED, you need to remove this wire, right? But with the help of a switch, you can easily just slide it and then you can turn it on or off based on your requirement. See, like this. Okay. So students, I hope this thing is clear. The concept is clear, right? Okay, Rick, I guess you have a lot of doubts. Okay, Rick, so you can do one thing. You can, we'll see that, okay, in the end, in case we have the time left. Okay, so, all right. So now you can see here that right now we have used a slide switch. Also, we can use another type of switch, that is a push button, the one that you find in the laser lights. So let's try to use it as well. So it's very simple to use it. All you need to do is, so let's remove the slide switch right now. Okay, so we have removed it. And what you need to do is, you need to just change it like this. That's it. Okay. So if you click on start simulation, so right now the button will not work, but in case if you keep, like if you just click and press it, so now you can see the LED is glowing. Okay, so it's a kind of button where you need to press and hold the black color portion, then only you will be able to glow the LED. Okay, now I have released it, so now the LED is not glowing. In case if you press it again, so the LED will glow. For better understanding of this activity, we will be performing it with the real components as well. So don't worry in case if you are not able to understand that what is really happening, right, in this simulator. Okay, so sorry, basically laser is laser lights, right? I hope you have seen the laser lights. There is a button, in case you press it, so a laser beam is emitted from that module. A toy laser, I'm talking about that one. Okay. Fine, so I hope this thing is clear as well, like this thing, the circuit that we have just designed. Okay. All right. So now students, we will be performing this circuit, okay, using the real components. So just a minute, I'll be showing you all the components now. Okay, so all right. So students, now you can see here this is the breadboard and this is the previous activity that we have made. Right, in the previous session, the activity that we have made, this is the circuit of that activity. So if I so you can see okay. So we will be this button. The one that I have displayed, that I have shown, right? So we will be using this one. Okay. For doing what we need to do is remove like we need to place the button between the circuit. So I do by removing here we have a resistor. Let's just do it. So I hope it's clear now. Okay. So here we have this resistor. We have this voltage regulator. These are here we have push button or the laser diode. Okay. So here what I am just moving. Okay. And what I do is I have placed one of the leg of the resistor at this point. Now below that, and I can place it like this. Now, as we can see, one of the leg of the we see on the left side we have the resistor. On the right side the leg. So let's keep the LED. Let's connect it here. Now just see this thing. The leg of the positive is the leg of the now we will take one wire. I will be taking a branch which is that and now I have connected one of the leg and to the negative leg of the voltage. Like you can see Okay. Now right. Second leg of the and have this button. So you can see when we press and hold it. In case to the blue. Okay. So like this, and we can use. So this is how you can make the circuit using the real components. But for the better explanation, you can use the Tinkercad platform where you can actually do the simulation. You can make the entire circuit and finally you can try it out using the real components. So I hope now this circuit is clear to each and everyone. So students, in case if you have a doubt, you can write it down in the chat. Okay, that's great. So I'm getting the replies. So students are saying it's clear, very nice. Okay, so students, like this, you can work on several kind of circuits, right? You can make several circuits. You can even glue multiple LEDs using the switch, right? Like the slide switch that we have discussed, you know, that switch can work as a two-way switch. Like you can use one switch and you can turn on and off two LEDs alternatively. Like at one time, one LED will turn on and the second LED will get off and vice versa, right? So you can use a single switch and by that you can do this type of activity. Okay. That's good. So I hope you all will try this, right? You can also try the thing, the like glowing two LEDs using a single switch alternatively, right? I hope you will try this one. It's very simple. You just need to explore this platform, right? And based on that, you will be able to do it. It's very easy. Okay. And students, so in the previous session, I have mentioned about our platform, that is Tinker Learning platform, that is free of cost, right? So on that platform, you can actually work on different technologies, right? You can work on different platforms like the Tinkercad that we are already working on, right? So you can learn about the circuit designing, about Arduino, 3D designing, app development, right? So you can go to the tinkerlearning.com website. It's our own website. Okay. And you can register yourself. So after registration, you will be getting your own account, and based on your classes, you will be getting different courses. So let's say you are in class 8th. Okay. So you will be getting this kind of course. And several topics are there. Okay. Like breadboard is there. So we are already doing this Okay, we are working on the breadboard activities. So you can get some more idea about how to use different kind of electronic components. Okay, so many of you are having several doubts regarding electronics, resistor, LEDs, right? So you can go through this, right? Introduction to breadboard. Here we have provided our topics in the form of documents and videos, right? Like if you click on any topic, you can find the document and the video. So you can read the documents. There are a lot of different content that is there in the document. There is a video. So it would be like a tutorial video, how you need to connect each and every wire, right? How to glue the LED. And based on the similar things, we have other activities based on the breadboard. Similarly for the MIT, right? MIT app. So here you can learn how to make the apps. Okay. Several examples are here. Then we have 3D designing. We have Arduino. We even have artificial intelligence. So like if you guys are interested in making your own artificial intelligence like Alexa, Google Assistants, so like you can go through it. And here you can learn Python, and which will help you to work on artificial intelligence, right? So these are the several topics, several courses that you can get, and that too free of cost. So you don't need to pay anything. Just create your account and start using it. Okay. So I hope this thing is clear as well. Okay. So students, in the next activity, we will be performing something very interesting, right? We will be using a special LED that you used to see in Diwali lights, right? You see that LED in various lights that actually changes colors. Okay. So I want you guys to mention that mention the name of that special LED in the chat box, right? So you can go to our YouTube page and you can write down the answer if you are aware, right? So just mention the name in the chat box, in the comment section, sorry. Okay, so in the comment section, you can write down the name of that special LED that can change its colors, right? Like right now we are using an LED that can only glow in red color, but there is a special LED that can change its color in, like right now it's red, then it can change it to blue, green, yellow, right? It can take any color. So I want you guys to mention the name of that LED if you are aware. Okay. So go to our YouTube page and in the comment section, you can write it down. Okay. So fine. So students, so we will be ending up the session today. I hope you enjoyed it and gained some knowledge. In case you have any doubt, you can write it down in the comment section on our YouTube page. Our team will answer that as well. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining this session. Have a nice day and keep tinkering. So best of luck for your ATL Marathon 2021. And have a nice day, everyone. So bye-bye.